Yo, it's Aaron Roach Bridgeman, and right now I am here with Media Spotlight UK. Big up to them each and every single day. You know what it is.
This is Billz for Media Spotlight UK. I'm back again on your screens, and I've got another special guest with me. You can catch him right now on 5 Star, 8 years old and smuggling drugs, TV host, entertainer, all that good stuff. I got with me Aaron Roach Bridgeman. Welcome, my G.
Brother.
What's happening? What's happening?
See, you went for the spud, but I went for the handshake.
Yeah, no. That's
getting
what I
older.
do.
I'm getting older.
No, because I can't do the spuds no more. I can't do the spuds.
I'm trying
no
to
more.
mature.
It's
almost weird.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I've been meeting sometimes. I come for the handshake, but I still give them a twist though. I can't help it. I still look off with that. And I'm like, I gotta remember, like, man's getting older now in certain different environments. Let me try and adapt.
Bro, I just turned 30, and it's like literally the vibes what it was in my 20s. Like I've literally, it's almost I'm magically switched up.
You don't look 30, bro.
Bro,
you know,
bro.
So give thanks for the blessing of good genes.
Thank you to my mum. Thank you very much. Now, before I go into anything else, like I seen a tweet that made me boss up this morning.
Oh, which one was that?
It was the one that Flo Dan said to you, where he said,
"Oh, mad.
Oi, Aaron prepped and ready to meet the new girlfriend's parents." If no one knows what we're talking about the latest episode on WhatsApp TV where you're in a traditional Indian outfit. What was that about, bro?
Full attire, bro. Do you know what it was? Is I went down to the national convention for Asian weddings, or the National Asian Wedding Show that happens in Kensington. And we wanted to just kind of like get an understanding for the male wedding attire, because obviously a lot of attention is paid to the females. Sorry, it's paid to the females, but people might not know about the men's stuff. So I knew I was going there to do that. Yeah. I didn't know I was gonna get dressed like that. But what happened is when we got there now, they said if you can bring like some sort of Indian jacket or something like kind of like that. I wore like a little gold kind of thing that I've worn on stage before that I would never wear in real life. And they were like, "Oh, the guys over there don't mind don't mind lending you a little, you know, like a garment for you to wear." When I got there now, bro, they were like, "Yeah, bro," they just like, "Take off your clothes," and like, bro, about 10 of them just jumped on me and started dressing me from head to toe like a Maharaja, which is a king, like in India.
Like you look like a king when you're on screen, bro. That
was the kind of the attire for what a king would wear when he's getting married. And yeah, man, do you know what? It was a bit much, but I enjoyed it because it's good to pay credit and, you know, pay homage to other people's cultures. And I think that's the way that we can come together as a society as well, is if we understand and know about each other's cultures. It was a good look, man. It was funny, but Flo Dan, big up Flo Dan.
Big up Flo Dan. Big up to you, you made my entertainment this morning, man.
And he jumped on that quick. He jumped on that quick.
He was on like mega speeding trying to reply to that.
Very, very quick.
The other ones. Congratulations is in order. As you've been nominated for diversity in media.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
What was your reaction when you got that announcement?
I was a bit surprised still. I thought it was a mistake.
They thought that, we got the wrong brother.
Because they invited me last year, and the last year was actually the first ever Diversity in Media Awards, and they invited me. I took my mum down there with me as well. I just thought, do you know what I mean? I'm not nominated for nothing, but I'm like, let my mum experience this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I brought my mum down there. And it was a nice ceremony, man. It was about diversity in the media, literally diverse, not just about race, you know. It's about sexuality, about diversity as a whole. And I think it's a really good, award ceremony. And actually, it's in conjunction with Viacom.
Okay,
Viacom Channel 5. They own MTV. They own a lot of the big channels, Nickelodeon as well. So yeah, it's a massive acknowledgement to be nominated, and you know, I think it's going to be an award ceremony that becomes more and more prestigious. The more
over the years,
the more people know about it.
Yeah,
it's only 1 year old, so it's getting there. But I'm very, very happy about that, man. And do you know, I need to promote it so that people can actually vote. I think I'm just a bit like, I don't know what to do. It's like, do I want to push it in people's faces? But you know me, like I'm not really like that, and that's the thing that people have always said is like I've never really been the push in your face kind of guy. It's like, if you know about what I'm doing, or if you pay attention to like my story and stuff, or like my social medias, you'll know. But I don't try to push it in
that too hard. Yeah.
Maybe I need to change that, but it's just the way that I am.
Have you got a speech ready?
No.
You haven't had a speech prepared
about that. But you know what? And I'm even thinking, even if I do get to that level of thinking, I might even try to just do it from the heart. I don't want it to be too scripted.
Yeah, don't force it. Yeah.
Because the thing is, everything that I represent in me as a person, as a presenter as well, is about diversity. Everything that I do is to show that you can be from the kind of background that I'm from, and you can achieve. And so I stand for that as a person. So I'll probably just spit it from the heart.
Do you know something you were talking about that? Because I've met you over the years, and the last time I saw you was at What's Up TV launch party.
Yes.
Down in Shoreditch.
Yeah.
And every time I see you, it's like I've become a fan of yours. Like as much as I know you, like I'm a fan of your work.
Thank you, brother.
And like every time I see you, and I was like, yeah, you're the Don, you're the man. You keep doing your thing, and you remain so humble, which is what I love. And then you tell me the same thing. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface. But like,
nah, you've been doing bits, bro. You've been doing bits. You've done bits. Like I said to you before we even started, like you've been making stars out here. You know, big up Naya, big up Callum.
Love you guys.
Big up all the man. Them, you get me part of the channel. You get me. You've been doing it.
So like, how does it feel like when people approach you and say like, you know, you're the man, you're the Don, you're doing your thing? Like, do you take it as like, yeah, I am the man, or do you think of it as like, well, you know what, I appreciate that, but I still got a lot of work to do?
Do you know what? I had this conversation with Joe Grind yesterday and my mum this morning because I went to the Kendrick Lamar concert, and I remember one of the guys that was working as part of the staff there, he came up to me and he was just like kind of taken back. He's like, oh, you're the guy that does documentaries. And I was like, yeah. And then we spoke about it. And then another guy that was there, who's a photographer, he came up to me and he said to me, oh, you're doing your thing. And I actually was taking food at that time. Cause I just came into the room and there was like catering there, and I was filling up my plate. So when he said you're doing your thing, I'm like, yeah, I know, bro, I'm hungry. But he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the work that I've been doing, and he explained to me that he'd been following my journey, and I was like, Ray, that's amazing. And I think I was saying to my mum, and I was saying to Joe Grant, I was saying it's like these little moments kind of remind you that there's a lot of people that you don't even know, but are paying attention to what you do and are appreciating what you do, and it's a nice moment to have that. I see it more as nice. I don't see it as you're watching my thing. It's not really like that for me. It's more like I see it as it's like a reminder, like, oh, Aaron, keep working, keep pushing, because there are people that appreciate what you're doing. Even sometimes it feels like maybe there isn't. Sometimes it feels like, you know, you're on a journey where you're by yourself, or where you know people are paying attention because obviously you're getting the work, but
of course
you don't realize like random people that
it's like you're in your own bubble just getting your work done, and then it's like people coming into your bubble saying like, you know, bringing these like sort of positive like moves to you, just saying these positive comments to you, and it's like, whoa, how do I take that?
Yeah, and it reminds you, and like I appreciate it. Even the other day on my Instagram, I said like, you know what, anyone that takes time to invest time to watch what I do, or even just like support me in any way, like I truly appreciate you, because these are the people that really kept man going. Because there was times when I was doing what I was doing and I was like, okay, this is cool, but what's it really going towards? What's it really adding up to? And it wasn't adding up to enough to at the time for me to be like, is it any worth for me doing it? But then you get a message, or you go out on the street and they're like, yo, I love, and it's like, oh, do you know what? There are people that love what I do. Or there are people that appreciate the work that goes into what I do, because as much as you might just see us doing like this, even you right now, you're prepared. You know what I mean? I'm prepared. We put a lot of prep into this. A lot of pre-work goes into what people see. A lot of pre-work and a lot of post-work goes into what we do. And it's nice to know that people appreciate that.
It's funny you went into that segue. So your new documentary that you got out, 8 Years Old and Smuggling Drugs. I had a chance to watch it yesterday, and two things I take from that. One, a hell of a presenting job. Thank you for yourself. But also, like, you know, I was watching it so intensely that you came across so many different types of people. You had like a reformed gang member, you know, paramedics, you know, gang members and stuff like that. Now, how much was there to the pre-prep for production, knowing that, because the production, when I saw it, looked so seamless, but there has to have been a lot of, I mean, you even said it in the documentary itself that you had a lot of difficulties along the way, like messaging people just to even get time with them. Like, what was the process like in preparation?
It was a lot, man. But like, luckily in TV, if you're part of a big enough project, you have researchers whose sole job is to research the stories and contributors and stuff like that. With this documentary, though, it was very difficult. Any documentary that involves an active type of criminal lifestyle is always difficult, because people don't want to come and speak about that. Yeah, of course. Luckily, we got 2 or 3 connections who were doing projects in the communities where they're helping these type of young men, who were able to connect us with other young men that were still active, but that they were working on and keeping an eye on. The thing is, it's not easy to get somebody out of that type of lifestyle, but it's good that they have the support networks and frameworks that are there for them and can try to help them. So those people really came through for us. But I'll be honest with you, it was hard, man. Like, a couple of things broke down, communication broke down because there was one shoot we were supposed to do, and because the lawyers at the channel and at the production company said it was very dangerous for us.
I would have figured as much.
Yeah, they were like, we can't do that shoot. So we had to go back and tell them that we can't do it. They're very upset because there's people that are traveling from far to come and do it. And also they're just generally like road people, you know what I mean? You can't really play about with their time. So that broke down communication, and that led to us not actually having them as contributors. But a lot of work, man.
I can see there was a lot of work.
A lot of constant focus, a lot of hope. Because sometimes people will say to you, yeah, we're going to be at so-and-so place. We've turned up there. We're just like, are they going to come? Are they not going to come? Then when they come mobby, like 5, 6 deep. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I make an effort to make sure I speak to people before we even start. And I can make them see, you know, this is my background. This is what I am as a person. This is what I'm trying to do with this. You can feel at ease. I'm not trying to incriminate you in any way. All I want to do is get your reality and your truth, and you can say that to me, and we can give that to the general public so they can understand what's really going on. Because sometimes the media and other types of platforms don't always give the truthful perspective of what's going on. And that's what it really was about. It was about the truthful perspective of what's going on, and to hopefully give parents an idea of what to look out for in their children to avoid this type of lifestyle.
You've done quite a few intense documentaries. So, you know, When Kids Kill, One Punch Killers, and obviously the latest one, 8 Years Old and Smuggling Drugs. As
Vigilante Brits, Street
Vigilante
Justice
Brits as well. Yeah, that's right. So you've put in some work to really put some real life out there.
Yeah, boy.
So what I wanted to know is, because I know that you've had your beginnings, you know, working for SBTV and then making that transition into, you know, real life stuff that you wanted to convey and bring out. Was this something you always wanted to achieve from the very beginning, or was this kind of like, I need to go through these platforms to get to the path I really want to take?
No, and that's why I think that with me, there's an element of luck, and also an element of ignorance, because it's like each step of my way has been like, okay, let me try this, let me see this, or let me do this. And it's like, I've just gone to things that I've been interested in. I didn't have a lot of people nowadays, when I talk to the younger ones, they've already got that plan. Okay, I'm going to start with this kind of platform and try to get to there. I never had that, bro. All I did have was this. When I first came out of university, I noticed that back in my local area, a lot of the younger ones were, it seemed to me like they had got worse than us. And I was quite bad, but not as bad as them. And I remember like even hearing about a few of them that I used to personally keep an eye on and look over and bad up to make sure they stay in line. I heard that they were in jail, and I was like, what's going on? So I was like, you know what, I need to get inside schools and get into a position where I can actually start talking about these issues and try to deter it. No one cared at first. When I did the SBTV stuff, like a couple of years later, I noticed that opened up a lot more opportunities. So I started doing a lot of the talking at schools. I worked with an organization called Lives Not Knives.
Yes.
I did like workshops weekly. Like I remember speaking to Monique at Lives Not Knives, hi Mon, and she said to me, do you know the time that you worked here, you worked with over 10,000 young people.
Wow.
Like it was
That's
a lot of work.
People.
And so that led me on to really having a passion for this, and I became a behavior specialist. That's actually what my trade is outside of presenting. I'm a behavior specialist. I work with challenging young adults.
Is it almost like youth work, could you say?
Nah, it's more to do with the behavior. So it's more to do with me, or it kind of is.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it like that. It's more to do with me thinking about strategies and analysing the young people individually that I work with to see how can I help them reform this behavior that they have, because a lot of times they've got completely, you know, outlandish, challenging behavior. But what can I do with strategies and activities and just conversations to help reform their behavior? And that is what my role was. I trained in that as well, actually, with Lives Not Knives. And so, cut a long story short, so I'm doing the SB stuff, and I'm realizing, do you know what, this is really cool. But I want to know, like, firstly, I want to maybe talk about some other issues. Secondly, I want to know if people would be willing to come and watch me in another context. In
another sort of area,
that didn't have a celebrity next to me. Because it's easy to watch me if Nicki Minaj is next to me. Because even I don't even really matter, but Nicki Minaj is there. She's answering questions. You're not even thinking that these are my questions and my games that I've created. It doesn't even matter, because all you're caring about is her, which is cool. But I was like,
Because attention spans are quite short, like especially nowadays.
Yeah, but I was like, that's cool, but what more can I do? So I started pitching up. I started getting together these ideas. It didn't start as deep as the stuff that I'm doing now. This is way deeper than my initial ideas. My initial idea was like, let me start talking about some of the social issues we have going on. It started off with like the job center was one of the first major ideas that I had for a show that I wanted to do. No one wasn't really interested, bro. I'll be honest. Like people were a bit taken aback by the fact that I come from entertainment, but I want to try and do, current affairs. So they were like, why? Why would you want to do that? So I kept going, and then I got involved in the Sky One show.
Yes.
And when I went there for the meeting, and I realized that they wanted, like, that he was interested in maybe putting me part of the team, I was like, well, you know what? There's one thing that I want to say. If I do come into the team, I would like to do some serious stuff, like socio-political issues, current affairs. And they were like, well, yeah, we've got a current affairs team. You can definitely work with them and do some stuff. I did some things and this went really, really well. It seemed like I had a little knack for dealing with the more challenging issues. And so I built up loads of work there, and then that's when I went and met somebody. It's a long story, but it wasn't, basically the answer is it wasn't part of my plan, no. But I realized in my journey that I wanted to talk about and cover real life issues, but a lot of rejections came first.
But it's a good thing that you managed to go through like a platform like SBTV to get to that position, because it's knowing that you've got a lot more under your belt. So it's not just, you're talking about social political issues.
But people don't know that.
No.
People don't. Do you know, I realize some people, and it's fine. I understand it. I talk to like artists all the time as well. And they tell me, you need to understand, we know that some people only join us at a certain point of our journey. But for me, I realized that a lot of people don't know that I did this plethora of mad interviews and mad red carpets and mad games. They don't know that. Some of them have only started with me at One Punch Killers. Which is why it's very important for me as well to make sure that I still keep it diversified. I still do stuff where I smile, because in most of my shows, you don't see me smile, bro. You get me? There's no time for smiling.
I'm like, this guy too serious? Like, what?
There's no times for smiling, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'm dealing with some real life issues. And SB's family for life, man. Like, big up Jamal. That's my family for life. Like, I still
of course, big up Jamal.
I still work with SB up to now. We got some stuff coming actually, but hopefully it comes to fruition.
All right.
Yeah, man. Like, but SB is family for life. Big up Isaac as well, man.
Don't know. I was gonna briefly talk about SB, like from your beginnings, and the one particular interview in that site was the one I was always jealous about. The one with Kelly Rowland. Oh man. One with Kelly Rowland. I have to bring that back there because everyone must have looked at everything like, one, you are a bastard for that. having her legs up on your lap, having her rub your head. I'm thinking that would be a dream of mine, but you ruined it for me, so thank you very much. So how genuinely nervous were you from your first interview with someone like that?
It's weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous. From the audition, I wasn't nervous. I remember, because you need to understand, before this happened, I was working jobs and stuff and doing this kind of thing, but like on a much lesser level, like going to work all day and then going to like little events and stuff and doing a little bit of on-camera presenting, or like trying to host live shows but wearing a fitted cap because I was too conscious about my whole face being out.
Yeah.
So I remember walking to the audition, and I remember I just said to myself, yo, like, this could change the whole trajectory of my life. This is life changing. And I remember I just said to myself, Roach, be calm. Everyone calls me Roach, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, Roach, be calm. And I was just like, let's just do this. And then I said to myself, just be yourself. And if it works, we can run with it. If it don't work, well, then, obviously myself is not entertaining or it's not interesting. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's got you to this point.
Well, yeah, and that's what I said. And so I went into the audition, that mentality, ended up winning the whole competition. And I wasn't really gassed, but I was just the same mentality. I was like, Roach, like, you need to kill this. And that was the mentality. I had more in my mind a tenacity to win than nerves. Tenacity to win overpowered nerves. And that's what's carried me. And also, like, with celebrities, I've noticed all the way through, it's like I've never had that kind of nervous moment. The only time I did is with Alicia Keys, the first time I interviewed her.
Yeah, I saw. Yes, and I remember that.
And I remember, like, Alicia's proper playful.
Yeah,
like, we were ramping and joking, not ramping like physically.
No, but like, ramping with vocal words,
vocal words and stuff before we started. And then, like, I remember she was like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Are you ready?" Like, you hear me? And then it's gonna be the best interview of your life. And then I remember as we were just joking around, I turned around and I kind of looked at her, and in that moment I realized, oh my God, this woman is
Beautiful. Yes.
Like, I remember this, even her nose. I remember being transfixed on her little nose. I was just like, even her little nose is just so
It's
cute.
like perfection, yeah, to
and
you.
then Johnny, big up Johnny, he was on camera. He was like, you ready? And I was like, hold on, give me 30 seconds. I had to restabilize.
Yeah, you had to hype yourself up.
And then she's kind of giggling there, and then boom, then we got it started. And
Yeah.
I did one of those crazy intros. One thing that I always pride myself on was those intros that I
Yes.
used to do.
So it's always important. It's like I've taken those inspirations of intros from the past, that, you know, whether it be yourself or upper presenters. And it's just like, just make it your own and make it work.
Intro can actually make the rest of the interview for you. If you've got an intro that is that, you know, gives due props or even just is kind of funny or hilarious, it opens up a person in the interview for you. And then what you notice is it's like, oh shit, he knows what he's talking about. And oh, I like this guy, he's kind of funny. And you see they will adjust the way that they sit.
Yeah.
And then your interview will go much differently.
No,
It's
definitely.
crazy.
Do you know, I was going to go on to it, but I think you already answered my question. What has been the best interview of all time that you've ever done? That you've ever done in your entire career so far? I know it's a lot of like interviews to go back on because you've had so many, like on TV, on SB, like so many. Is there one that stands out to you?
Oh, bro. I have to be honest, and I thought I could hear the mic. I have to be honest, and Kelly Rowland interview was life-changing. That one really propelled me to a lot of attention of a lot of people that didn't know who I was, simply because it was so flirtatious and funny. Oh man, that's so hard, bro. Personally, maybe Richard Branson, even though it was short, because it was very inspiring. Like, he's very, very hungry, and that just really kind of perturbed me. Like, I was very taken aback, but I was like, how is this guy so hungry, but yet he's so successful? And it really kind of like made me think about myself. It's like, yo, you never get complacent. And then the most powerful is probably the one in One Punch Killers, when I brought together Jacob, who had killed the son of the mother who I brought him together to meet. So I brought the mother and the killer. So I brought together a mother and a killer of her son together, and had a conversation by the pond. And even got to a point where we had a little laugh, or they had a laugh together. I was so taken aback by the fact that they were having a giggle together that I didn't even laugh. But that was very powerful. That is some real shit. That's real journalistic. That's real presenting. Like, bringing together real people who have come from that kind of situation. And it's called restorative justice, where they meet. And that is powerful. But yeah, there's different reasons for different things. There's probably more. I've had some interviews that just went really, really, really well. And also there was a powerful moment that I had in Vigilante Brit Street Justice, when one of the guys who catches the paedophiles, he actually broke down and started crying. And like, that happened live on camera. That wasn't no pre-planned stuff. And in the moment I had to react to that. I put my arm around him, consoled him. You know what I mean? That was all on camera, but that wasn't that's real. Yeah. Which is why this stuff that I do now is different. It's real. And also in 8 Years Old and Smuggling Drugs, after I had interviewed the first set of young boys that are involved in the gang and drug smuggling life, after I spoke to them, I nearly cried for them. Like, I did a piece to camera, and I felt like I was about to start crying. Wow. And I didn't really understand it, because if you know me, you know man's tough. You get me? Man's tough.
Tough men don't cry, you know, fam.
You get me? But like, bro, overwhelming urge to cry, bro. And like, I realized it's because I could see where their life was going, but they couldn't see it.
It's like as much as you tried to not really convince them, but just kind of understand where your life's going, and then they didn't respond back in kind to you. It was just like, it must have been frustrating for you to. It might have been all emotions that got to you and think like, rah.
Yeah, bro. I had to walk away from like my team. Like, they didn't even know. Like, I had like, and there was like maybe like a little, a little smidgen of water that like came out. I just pushed it back and kept it going. But yeah, man, this shit is real, man. Like, this is not. And I hope people realize that this is not just, it's never been just a job to me. Like, I'm actually out here really trying to give you me and really trying to give you a piece of what I believe in, or a piece of me in general. Like, even when I did interviews with like whoever celebrity it was, like, that wasn't just me asking questions. Like, those questions were coming from my heart. Like things that I feel are important to know, and also I want to know about you. Like when I asked Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, like in the movie. In the movie, Ice Cube used Kevin Hart as a bulletproof vest when he held him in front of the bullets. in what's that movie?
Was it Ride Along?
Ride Along 2. I said, who in your life has been the equivalent of that? Who has been a shield to you in your life that you've used in your life and your career? Like, this is real questions that I want to know.
Yeah.
And Ice Cube said his dad. I think Kevin Hart said something similar. I think he said his mum before she passed away. Rest in peace. Like, I'm really trying to give you a piece of me. Like, I'm not, and I hope people don't think like, even when I know I speak differently on the TV and the channels, but that's only because I'm putting a universal accent for everyone to understand in the country. I've got to make sure that I'm speaking in a clear enough way that everyone understands me. But please understand that which I give you in terms of me is really me. There's no acting here. Like, I'm really trying to give you a piece of me. Like, and believe
you and me, the amount of times that I've seen this brother, and like, he gives it on the real to you. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't give you bullshit. He tells you as it is. Yeah, and like, the fact that he's even told me in terms of my progression, and I tell him about his progression, it means there's a mutual bond and respect on levels. So, wow, you've actually you caught me on a level. Like,
bro.
This is probably about one of the deepest interviews that I've had so far in terms of me personally doing it. And I want to thank you for for sharing that. So what's coming up for you next? I mean, obviously, you know, you got your documentaries going with 5 Star. Is there going to be more documentaries? What's going on with WhatsApp TV? What's going on for your life? Tell the people what they got going on in your life.
Come on, baby. Oh,
done, no.
My album's coming out next. No, I'm joking.
Are you doing music now?
I'm joking. But now at the moment, so 8 Years Old and Smuggling Drugs came out. It's still bubbling, still trying to make sure people go to that and watch that. But there will be another documentary that should be coming out within a month, maybe. It's basically finished, but there's a couple of extra things that I need to do for it. And that's about cybercrime and sextortion and revenge porn. Yeah, it's mad. And a bit different, a bit lighter. So those of you that maybe thought that 8 Years Old and Smuggling Drugs was a bit too harsh for you, this may be a bit more easy. Not easy, but easier.
To digest.
Easier to digest.
Yeah.
When Kids Kill, I actually started filming the first day of the new series yesterday.
Wow.
So that is going to be happening for the next couple of months, filming that, getting that done. That should be out before summer or during summertime. What's up? Come on, baby.
Come on.
We're still on Sky One every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. We've got a good couple of episodes to come out before the season's finished. And then I believe we start filming the next season around April. So that will come out in summer as well.
Yes.
Me personally, just working, man. Just like really
keep the grind going, man.
Yeah, trying to keep it going. I'm doing a few interesting things. I'm going to South by Southwest. I'll be hosting.
Oh wow! Okay. All right.
I'll be hosting the Faith Evans tour as well in April.
Yes, you're working with Music Live as
man,
well.
Music
Yes,
Live, my people. And we've got more coming, and I'm also talking to a few people about doing some different stuff as well. So definitely expect some stuff.
So this guy keep him busy, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Guy keep him busy.
As well. Entertainment. Look out for me doing some more entertainment stuff and even music-related stuff. I'm not joking around. I'm trying to make sure that is still coming because I enjoy that. I just love it, innit? I just love music, innit? And I know it's a bit hard for maybe some consumers. I notice it when I post certain things on my socials. It's like I see that all these new like people that are following me now, they don't really resonate with the stuff when I'm interviewing like notes or something.
Yeah.
But this is all part of me as well. I believe that a presenter is a person that should have the ability.
There's different sides to you.
To present anything.
Of course.
That's
All
right,
we're going to end up on a quick game.
Yes, man.
Just to ease the tension a little bit now.
Come on, G!
No one's there. Trust me. I've got a few things. It's called Would You Rather.
All right.
So you should know this game
by
now. I'm ready. Right. So would you rather see and not hear or hear and not see?
Do you know, I'd rather see and not hear.
Why?
I'm good at lip reading. so I'll probably still be able to see what's going on anyway. So
yeah.
At least I can see it. I think I've got really bad sight as it is. So sight is important to me, man. I like to see, yeah, man.
All right, cool. Kelly Rowland or Nicki Minaj?
Oh, come on, my G. Right. But you know what, though? Kelly's all natural, though.
Yeah.
Respect to Onika. You get me, my girl Onika. But, Kelly is all natural, and
you love them legs, innit?
We had an incredible connection.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Me and Nikki as well. Nikki's cool, but I love her as well. But me and Kelly, everyone's seen that connection was beautiful. Like, very fun.
I could see it was natural based.
Yeah, man, it was just fun. Mad. She put it on me like I was. That made me a little bit nervous. I was like, oh.
It's like, what's gonna happen off camera? So no one's. So okay, Janae Aiko or Mila J?
Oh, what, musically or physically? What?
Whatever interpretation you want to bring to. Ooh, I got you now, homeboy.
Musically, Janae.
Okay.
But physically, maybe Mila. But you know what it is? Mila's like when I chilled with Mila, she was like one of the man them. Like, we just got on like, well, like, how you get on with your man them.
Okay. But on overall?
Oh, overall. Everything. I've met Mila and spent time with her.
Yeah.
Had a meal with her, went to Nando's with her, so...
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up.
I've got a connection with Mila, but I do love Janae's music.
Yeah, she come down to the UK recently.
Yeah, I haven't seen her live.
Wow. This is amazing. Rita Ora or Eva Longoria?
I like Rita, you know. Rita's a bit bad. Like, I reckon like me and Rita could ride out. Like, I reckon Rita's just got bad intentions.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes it's nice to, like, you know what I mean, just disobey some rules sometimes. You know what I mean?
All right. So break the rules. I like that. Okay. Seems like that connection can easily happen. Final one: Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, family. You know what? Yeah, for what man's rooting for. But you know what? Drake is a very philanthropical. How you say the word?
I don't know. You're bringing these words to me.
He does a lot of philanthropy as well. Like he's but for what man stands for, I think Kendrick more resonates with what man stands for, because man stands for a lot. You know what I mean? Drake is a very good guy. He does a lot for people, and that's what I'm like as well as a person. But Kendrick actually stands for a lot. Very Afrocentric, very ethnocentric, very strong and sturdy in his views and what he stands for. So maybe Kendrick
on that level.
But if I want to turn up, probably Drake, blood. You get me?
But overall, I'm going there again.
What Kendrick stands for, man.
Yeah. So Kendrick. Because I saw you went to the concert the other day.
Man, that was mind blowing.
Crazy.
Mind blowing. You get me?
Crazy. Well, Aaron, I've had the best time actually chatting to you. It's actually been the best, man. Like literally, I was so nervous before this interview, and then all of a sudden, you just made it all good for me, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just us having a conversation.
That's it. Like, I like to think of it as a conversation, not so much on. Yeah, it's questions, but you know what I mean. It's a conversation. Done. Always check out the channel. Done.
Been doing this thing for years. I've been seeing him grind. He's an incredible young man.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
And it's by no mistake that the people that you've worked with as well have gone on to do more stuff, you get me, and bigger stuff, and done TV stuff, whatever it may be, and that's because of you and your hard work. So keep grinding.
Oh, stop it!
And this is a connection for life. I support people that are real. Media Spotlight UK, you know what it is.
Don't know. So this is Billz, Media Spotlight UK, with the one and only legendary Aaron Roach Bridgeman doing big things, and I'm out of here. Peace.